Yes, thank you.
You're right.
Hi guys, my name is Sierra and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I am currently a first-year nursing student and I am in my first term of nursing school. I just got back from clinical today and our day was actually cut short a couple of hours. So I'm feeling like being productive, and also finals are in a week, so I actually need to be productive. For our clinical final, we will be required to perform a full head-to-toe assessment. So I thought that I would study that and go over with you guys how I'm preparing for that, and we will see where the night takes us. First things first, I am going to go take a bath and then eat some dinner. My sister made dinner. It's probably not very good. See you guys in a second. Hello, I bet you thought you got rid of me. So here is the situation. It is around 10 o'clock. It's 9:38 to be exact. And I need to study because finals are in less than a week. Like I said, I'm in my first term of nursing school, and for the first term they only have us taking one class, which is fundamentals of nursing. I know other schools are different and do things differently, but for our first term we just take this one class. However, we do have clinical, and we have been doing on-site clinical despite everything that's going on. So it really feels like two classes because you have all of your clinical assignments and then your fundamentals of nursing assignments. I'm sure you guys can relate. So here's the lowdown. I have clinical in exactly a week, and on that day we will be doing our full head-to-toe assessment, which is kind of like our clinical final. I mean, everything that we've been learning up until this point in clinical has been for the head-to-toe assessment, and then also information regarding our patient care plan and how to fill those out properly. But really, the head-to-toe assessment is like the holy grail. I have that, and then I also have my final for lecture class, which is very important and worth a lot of points. But clinical is before lecture, and so I have to choose what is more important to put my time towards right now, and that would be clinical and the head-to-toe assessment. I'm going to compare this to something that I've learned in school. It's kind of like when you're doing an assessment on a patient and they have three things going on right now. They are bleeding, they are hungry, but they can't breathe. Like, what is the most important thing? Obviously, breathing, because without breathing, you can't eat, and your bleeding will not be super relevant later on. Anyways, do you guys get my point? You get my joke? I'm trying to be funny. Okay. I think I'm a little delirious right now. I'm going to stop rambling and get right into it. Okay, so as far as my head-to-toe assessment goes, I have my clinical textbook, and in here I have all of the information I need for my head-to-toe assessment, my health assessment. It's around 40 pages. No, it's not. It's a lot of pages. And I've gone through them, and I've also gotten multiple sources online, and I have a document printed off. Who is this even from? I don't know if I found this on the internet myself or if this was uploaded online from our clinical instructor, but oh, here it is. It's 3 pages front and back. It is the head to toe in very much depth. So it goes over the eyes, the ears, nose, mouth, and throat, everything that you need to inspect, heart and neck vessels, cardiac auscultation, inspection of the thorax and lungs, peripheral vascular, musculoskeletal system, neurovascular system. Yeah, that's a lot. Physical examination, mental stuff. I mean, you get it, it's a lot. One thing that I know that is not required of us for a head to toe is cranial nerves. I mean, you learn those in anatomy and physiology. When you're learning an A&P, it's like you're getting so much information and then you have to like empty it out because you have to get a bunch more information. I really don't remember the cranial nerves. I know that it is something that is extremely important, especially when you are doing a head-to-toe assessment on somebody. I think that we are diving deeper into that next term, so they just want us to have like a basic head-to-toe assessment that we will be able to complete within 10 minutes. Obviously, a more thorough one would be 40, 50 minutes, an hour, I'm assuming, just from videos that I've watched online. I have also created these flashcards that I use to practice when we are in clinical. We practice on each other. We've been practicing on mannequins because we will actually be performing it on a mannequin, not on an actual person. Our clinicals, I said earlier, are in person. We're not on site, we're on campus. We can't go to the facility that we were at earlier due to COVID restrictions and putting the residents at risk. So we are still doing on-site clinical, but we just have one another and the instructors. Practicing this with other people in my clinical group. These are 15 flashcards. I just have all of them going through the basics. This is more so like a rough draft. I've been crossing things out, adding sticky notes to it, and I feel like the more I keep practicing it verbally, the easier it's getting and the more comfortable I am getting with my verbiage and words and remembering things. It's just becoming easier. I think I am going to write it out in my clinical notebook, try to hit all the key points and make sure I don't miss anything. And then I'm going to study by reading over the study guide I have from school, as well as going back over my clinical textbook. And then I'm going to watch a couple head-to-toe assessments online, and then I will run through it with you guys. I will go through bits and pieces as I am studying this. So let's get to it. I just realized that on my document from school, we actually have, well, actually, I don't know if this document is from school or if I got it offline, but I think I got it from school. The cranial nerves are all on it. So nobody has really spoken or whether or not this is expected from us, but from what I'm seeing, it's things that we should already be doing when you do the head to toe, testing smell, moving the eyes, corneal reflexes, moving the face, the tongue, the gag reflexes. Those are already things that I was planning on doing. I'm just not sure if I need to mention when I am doing the test. Like, I'm not sure, for example, cranial nerve 12, the hypoglossal nerve. I'm wondering if I need to say I'm testing this nerve right now. I don't know. I will find out and I will let you guys know. This sheet is so freaking helpful. It literally has everything. Wow, it's amazing. Alright, so I watched a couple videos on YouTube and I've ran through it in my head to study for the head to toe. I feel like I know all the basics. It's just kind of adding bits and pieces about what I am assessing for once I get to those specific parts of the body. So, I mean, obviously, you know, ultimately you're assessing everything, but when you are assessing the ear, what are you assessing for? Breakdown behind the ear, drainage, any pain when palpating, things like that. So it's really helpful to watch a bunch of different videos and see the way that other people are getting taught how to do it, and also reading things in my textbook. I guess I feel like this isn't like a study session where I'm just gonna sit and make flashcards, test myself on that. It's kind of something where I need to just kind of repeatedly write it down and sort of have it as like a monologue of memorization in my head, and really writing things down helps me remember things. So I thought that I would run through the basics with you guys. I plan on doing a full head to toe assessment after this term, after I have properly completed it by my instructor and gotten feedback. We were given this in clinical, and it's just this little laminated note card sized paper, and it fits perfectly in your scrub pocket. But it kind of goes over all the different assessments that you're doing for the head to toe. You have neuro, head, hair, face, eyes, mouth, throat, respiratory, skin, GI, teaching, patient teaching, general mood, cardio, peripheral vascular, musculoskeletal lines, if they have any feeding tubes, fistulas, GI, and psych and social. Initially, when you enter the patient's room, you would do your hand hygiene, introduce yourself, and explain the procedure to the patient, and then ask for 2 patient identifiers. While we're asking for the identifiers, which the only 2 that I've learned are your name and your date of birth. You want to look at their wristband if they have it to confirm with what they're saying is cohesive to what is on the wrist. Let's see. So yeah, explain the procedure. I will be performing a full head to toe assessment on you today. Is that all right with you? Asking if they have any questions, asking if they have any allergies, if they're taking any medications, and then asking some questions to see how oriented they are. So questions like, do you know what month it is? Do you know where you are at right now? Do you know what we are doing? Do you know the year, the season? Things like that. In the textbook it says the president, but that might not be a good idea. Moving on from that, I would ask the patient on a scale of 0 to 10, are you experiencing any pain today? 10 being the worst pain that you've ever been in. And next I'd probably jump right into it. And I think initially I would just take vitals and do them right off the bat. I would be sure to get my patient's height and weight and BMI. And while I'm doing that, I will check if they're ambulatory. Next, I would perform vitals. So I would take the patient's blood pressure, their heart rate, pulse, their respiratory rate, respirations, oxygen saturation, and temperature. And after that is all completed is then when I think I would finally move on to the actual physical assessment part of it, where I am looking at them. I mean, I'm looking at them prior to that, hopefully, where I'm actually looking at specific parts of their body and then feeling, palpating, auscultating, things like that. Because prior to actually doing the hands-on assessment, you're gathering so much information about the patient. You're gathering, are they able to speak? Are they able to hear? How does their mood seem? What is their demeanor? Do they seem like they're in pain? I feel like it also probably becomes second nature to just start grabbing a multitude of information immediately when you enter the room, but it's totally a practice thing. So that's why we're practicing. Anyways, I'm just talking to you guys. I'm practicing this in my head because this is how I'm studying for it. Then I would move on to their full body. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to bore you with that right now. But like I said, I do want to perform a full head to toe and film it and then share it with you guys because YouTube has been so helpful for that. Moving on, so we have the head to toe assessment. Today in clinical, we actually got checked off for all of our medication administration, which was awesome. That was super interesting too because learning stuff that is just new and exciting just brings the life back to you, you know, with time change, it getting dark so early, and just everything that's going on. It was a really fun day. I'm going to read a bit more from my textbook just to make sure I know all my points for my head to toe. And then as far as clinical, this week we have a full patient care plan document that's due, given a fake patient and some information about them, what's going on, their reasoning behind being in the hospital, and we have to fill out our full patient care plan. I actually have one of them printed. You know, I had really high hopes for this in the beginning of the year. I specifically printed off this. It's just so funny looking at it. I specifically printed off this document. So this is our patient care plan. We call it our clinical judgment worksheet, but it's a patient care plan. Obviously everybody's is different. I'll show you guys the front of it. You can see. But the whole point of me printing it off was I meant to go in and make notes on every little part. Like, for example, one of the spaces here says code status. I didn't know all the different code statuses, and I had plans to write them all in and just have this as like a template with the majority of the possible descriptions that I could put in here. Obviously allergies, you could go on and on, but for the code status, There's a couple. And what else do we have here? So here's an example. This is our assessment portion of the neuro and the HEENT part. So we're writing what we assess, the hair texture, distribution, lesions, the sclera, and then our interpretation of that. Anyways, this is an awesome document. I'll probably get started on filling more of this out tonight too because I have time. Just because it's not like this is going anywhere. I need to know this, and I meant to do this earlier. I just need to do it. I'm going to read a little bit more and then I will check back in with you guys. Alright, you guys, I am going to call it a night. It is around midnight now. I hope this was helpful. I don't really know if it was because I was just kind of talking, but this is how I'm studying for the head to toe, by talking to myself or talking to anybody that will talk to me. Anyways, like I said, I am so excited. I can't wait to film a video of doing a head to toe assessment. It'll probably be on my nephew Mason, but potentially could be on my brother because he's a nursing student too, and I feel like it'd be better to have him. It's just about if he feels like participating. I'll be sure to let you guys know how the head to toe assessment goes, and I have a good feeling about it though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope something in here today was helpful to you. I know finals are coming up for everybody, not just nursing students, so if you are in any sort of program or school, good luck to you. You will do wonderful. I hope you guys have a great rest of your morning or afternoon or evening. Thank you for visiting my channel, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!